This is the story of a man that has many names. Gnome cooking, women beating, gambling addicted. Absolute piece of a man who will flirt with anyone and anything that moves because his Rizz is just that good. He will be the one that saves Azeroth. This is the legend of Cumsoup. Before beginning our adventure, we must choose a race and a class. Our options for Horde side are Shrek, Coomer, Sam Sulek, and Starbucks Barista. And for the winning side, we have the taxpayer, the man with good personality, the guy you shouldn't worry about, and the "it's so over for me." Well, for the classes, we only have one choice, which is Paladin. Why, you might ask? Because the rest are for fucking nerds and Paladins can heal, which is cool. After spending unreasonable amount of time in the character creation screen, I am finally ready to name my baby Cumsoup. Our story begins at the Elwyn Forest, where we are escorted by this 5'9" absolute beast of a lad called Cumsoup. We run to the chapel where this bald fuck wants to make us his errand boy by killing stray dogs at the forest. The combat in this game can be compared to Doom because of how intense it is. By standing at hitting what feels like forever, we finally down the rabid fuck. We continue this process until the forest doesn't have any living organism in 50-mile radius. We bite more than we can chew with these wolves, but by the power of friendship and cum, we are victorious. We are rewarded with sick new bracers that increase our drip by +10. We read this love letter from a gay paladin, Samuel, who wants to make sure we bend over backwards when threat arises. After accepting my face as DI Pringless Fleshlight, I train new skills that enable me take more ass pounding than ever before. As I walk down the forest, I find helpless girl fighting of incel. Wait. But because of my Sigma male grind set, I won't help her. I impress her with my Paladin Rizz, and she blesses me with increased intellect. After that, we get in trouble with the incels for making cuckold jokes about Andrew Tate. We run to the other side of the lake, and the incels leave us alone because they can't run more than 10 meters without getting out of breath. As we take our revenge to the incel, we are invited to this multi-level marketing club, but because I respect myself, I kindly left him on read. We find some old fanfic about mercy, and it tells us to unleash our load to 10 enemies to learn some illegal jujitsu. As we collect cum rags from the incels, I get access to 2 new macros that we can use to annoy the fuck out of Cumsoup. We find the lair of the incels with an old chest, and I tell Cumsoup to make the first pull. But as the incels are focused on him, I make the only logical choice and ninja the chest from him.
It's free real estate.
We are rewarded with a new weapon for our efforts, and an ability which enables us to finally unleash our load to enemies. We make our way to this cave, where we find 3 men having fun with a glass jar. As I am not interested in the idea of expanding my asshole, we make our way out of the cave with haste. After unleashing our load in odd times, I get access to new ability. We find this definitely not criminal rogue who knows how to have good time, and we bless her with our Rizz. As we make our way to Goldshire, the absolute lad tells about his childhood best friend, and we decide to call it a day. We begin the day with our Sigma male grind set morning routine, which consists of learning how to put Band-Aid on from this baddie, but because I am more broke than an average Hustlers University user, I need financing from my sugar daddy Karhujira. I send my thanks as a used-up cum sock from my overlord. As we make our way to Stormwind, the human player capital city, Cumsoup asserts dominance by running against a wall as I cheer him up. While I am learning cooking, I spot this baddie with fatty and proceed buy 10 bottles of Hennessy to show her I am not playing around.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath.
On the way back to Goldshire, I spot first piece of liquid dopamine in the form of copper ore. This can be used to craft different armor and weapons that heavily affect your character's drip.
All this design that got me drip.
In the cave, I find my new favorite weapon, a fucking shovel. I feel the gardener coming inside me as I take my new weapon for a test drive, and it absolute smacks. Not far from the cave, we spot another baddie whose eyes catch my attention. She tells us that we need to kill a pitbull named Princess in order to win her love. As a man on honor, I accept her offer and give her a taste of things to come before beginning my journey. On our way to the pitbull, we fight off a bear, which drops an obvious upgrade for Cumsoup. I roll need instantly to let him know his place is under 6-foot male. We finally find Princess and charge at him with all we got. Let's just say one pitbull against a shovel is not a fair matchup, and we take his collar as a proof our work. After the fight, Cumsoup finds the left ass cheek of a mangled up guard, which tells us there are more ass cheeks to be found. As a paladin, it is my duty to left no ass unpounded, so we go and find the other cheek also. On my way, I find a large chest and we decide to take a gamble by rolling who gets to open it. With holy light at my side, I roll a fucking 2 and lose instantly. This begins my villain arc.
I am going to go to Walmart. I'm going to pour water on the floor. And I'm going to say there's no wet floor sign.
We find the rest of the footman's ass, and now our plans for the night are settled. At the forest, we find large stone which tells us a story. This monument is dedicated to all those who have fallen in the protection of Stormwind. Our people have weathered unbelievable. I cannot read the rest of the text because there aren't Subway Surfer playing to keep my attention. We honor this monument by making more sacrifices from the local Discord mods. After slight break, we make our way to the local baddie, who rewards us with gayest shirt and belt I have ever seen. We just have one problem, which is that our bags are fuller than the mouth of a OnlyFans girl, so we make a little detour. After that, we get our sweet lover boy reward. Me and Cumsoup are killed first time by these wolves and enter the spirit realm like the casuals we are. When you die in WoW, you enter this ghost realm where you need to run to your corpse to resurrect. Then we proceed to take revenge on the pitbull called Cupcake Sunshine. After the fight, I realize there are these things called talents that increase your character's potential. For example, this talent makes my cock longer by 5 centimeters. We make our way to Rizz Mountains, or more better known Australia, and are greeted by the local wildlife, which almost eats us alive. I take this as a sign and leave the hellhole as soon as I find the flight master. I fly to Stormwind, where I start my business as a blacksmith and professional beggar.
Estaba un día en mi cantón viendo Pau Patrón y chingándome unas papitas.
My efforts pay off, and I begin my Wolf of Stormwind career.